Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we talk about all things fandom on this channel and we talk about it in a positive way. If that's something that appeals to you, you know you've come to the right place. We are so happy to have you here. And today on our channel is, of course, Terrifying Tuesday. And on Terrifying Tuesday, we talk about all things horror. So today we have to talk about this sequel slash reboot to I Know What You Did last summer, because the second trailer has dropped and it looks amazing. So let's jump right into it. Alright, so when you're dealing with a sequel slash reboot, you have to kind of make sure that you're honoring the original characters, and we do have some proof that they're going to be honoring the original characters in this trailer. That's a good thing, but also you have to take it in a new direction. And with this trailer, it definitely seems as though this new group of kids is going to be the wave of the future going forward with this franchise. It's one of those things where I didn't think it was possible for them to do something with this franchise and take it away from the character of Julie and the character of Ray, but we are getting proof that they might be able to do just that, because they're utilizing Julie and Ray in the trailer without actually making them a major part of the plot, and yet they're enough of a major part of the plot to make a difference, if that makes sense. You see, you have to have that balance, because if you're going with characters that are the OG characters, you have to honor them and they have to be important to the plot, but then you still have to make sure that the main plot can survive with just the new characters. And it looks from this trailer like they managed to do that. Julie and Ray kind of are in this trailer and they look good in the trailer. They look like they play a big part without overtaking the new story at all, with a few minor little exceptions that are completely understandable. Now, this trailer is really cool, so I thought we would break it down and then I would talk to you about what I think, because this trailer could be the franchise moving forward, or it could just go back to what we know and become sort of like the sequels that followed I Know What You Did Last Summer. Like I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer, which is one that a lot of people really didn't like. Now, the trailer opens up on Danica's engagement party with her new fiancé, Wyatt. And we met them in the last trailer. And you have to understand that in the last trailer, we kind of saw bad things befalling this couple already. So we know kind of what's going to happen here. But this trailer presents this happy vibe with them sort of having their engagement party and them being surrounded by friends. And it looks really cool. Everyone seems to be having fun except for the character of Teddy, who may have been dating Danica in the past, according to what I've heard anyway. So the fact that he may have been dating Danica in the past sort of makes it to where maybe he's not as happy as the other people. Danica opens up a card and the words appear on the card. We know these words. I Know What You Did Last Summer. And the fact that they have this card opened up in front of a group of people and her expression really meant a lot. This expression sells the character like she is utterly terrified. And I think that that really hits well within this trailer. That's one of the high points of the trailer, without showing anything completely horrifying, without showing anything spoiler territory-ish. It is one of the things that just sort of makes you feel like this movie is going to have a little bit of suspense. And it's a good thing, because her look says it all. And then her friends want to know who sent the letter. Now, then we get a flashback to that summer where we see the car accident from that summer. And they don't show too much. They kind of show what happened a little bit, but I think there's a lot more to it. So just know they kind of show that accident. And then we jump back to present day where they're all freaking out. They're wondering what's going on. They're wondering what they can do. And they think the police aren't going to do anything. They're not going to help. That's typical horror movie stuff, right? So the character of Ava, who was wondering if anybody had seen what they did before, now suggests that they get help from someone who did survive. You know, from people who can help them. And it's at this point that we get to see Ray and Julie again. Now, Julie starts talking to Ava, and what she tells her is that you have to get this person before they get you. And it's just that simple. It really is. And that's basically your horror movie plot. Anyway, get the horror movie killer before the horror movie killer gets you. And I like that they put that out there as sort of this mindset that Julie would have after the events of the previous movies where she was the survivor, where she was the final girl. Now we get her giving that advice to this new person. And I think that that works. There's some other scenes that sort of do happen where we get to see numerous little traps, and we get to see the fishermen attacking a couple other people. And it works so well because the fisherman in this looks pretty awesome. He looks amazing. He looks like he is scary. And that's what I like. I like for him to look like he's scary. And from what we saw in the first trailer, we know just how ruthless he is actually going to be. And this trailer is no different. Some of the little clips they show are pretty ruthless. We see Ray with a gun at one point, and we see Julie hiding with one of the characters at one point. And that's pretty cool too. I think that all of that actually does help this to be the type of thing where the trailer's getting you excited about going to see this movie. After those brief shots, we get something that is a throwback. And this throwback is something that's so cool. We get to see Julie standing there, and someone's in front of her, and we don't get to see who's in front of her, but spoiler alert, it is probably going to end up being the fisherman standing in front of her. And what she says is, "What are you waiting for?" Which is a complete throwback to her line that she said all the way back in the day. And it's exciting that we get to see her say that line again. It's just one of those things. And it kind of hints that maybe she might survive this movie, but maybe she might actually die. And they pass the torch to these new people. Whatever the case is here, I think it's going to prove to be a pretty fun movie. That's how the trailer sort of goes down. Now, what do I think about it? Like I said, I think this might be a pretty fun movie. It could pass the torch on to them solidly. It could actually make us excited for more of these movies in the future if it's done right. But they can't rinse and repeat the original plot every time. And they can't rinse and repeat this plot without making the killer more ruthless. I feel that the trailers we've gotten so far, that first trailer and this trailer, hint that the killer is much more ruthless. We're liable to get more gore. We're liable to get a lot crazier death scenes, and I'm okay with that because that's really what it boils down to. Can you improve on the insanity, on the craziness of the original? And if they can do that, then I think this movie will be a good thing. I think this movie will be solid. But if they cannot improve on the original concept, if they cannot take us and make us care about these characters, and they can't make us care about whether or not these characters live or die, or how they live or die at the very least, like give us more insane scenes and more gore, then I don't think that it's going to succeed. Because ultimately, this movie has to revive the series if they're going to revive it. If this is a one shot and done, that's a little bit different of a story. But even then, in order to be successful, in order to be part of everyone's canon, it's got to prove to be a little bit interesting. It's got to prove to make people feel as though this is part of that original canon, that is worthy of it. And having these scenes in the trailer showing us the type of fishermen that we're dealing with this movie, I think it looks pretty good so far. I am excited to see where this movie takes us. I will be there when it comes out, and I will be doing a review of it. But I want to know what you guys think. Are you guys excited about this movie? Do you think it's going to be a lot of fun? Did you see this trailer? If not, watch the trailer. Let me know what you think about the second trailer. Does it make you more hype about this movie, or does it make you feel like this is going to be not worth your time? Whatever you're thinking, there is no right or wrong answer. We are all at a virtual water cooler talking like friends about the movies and the fandoms we love. I want to know what you guys are thinking, so leave me that comment in the comment box below. Let me know what you think. Also, don't forget to share this video with all of your friends. They're going to want to be a part of this crazy conversation as well. Then don't forget to hit that like button. It's free. It helps the channel, and we really do appreciate it. Then, friends, while you're hitting that like button, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you like this content and want to continue hearing positive things about the fandoms you love, then support us by hitting that subscribe button and hitting that notification bell so you don't miss a single video we do. Then, friends, at the end of the day, I know it and you know it. Fandom is family.